Dr. Cruz. I'm trying to phrase this question in a way that it doesn't so much pertain to the provisions of the Akaka Bill. But I guess maybe I should preface it first by saying that my understanding is that there's a distinction between the Akaka Bill and federal recognition. And if the Akaka Bill were passed today, that doesn't necessarily mean that federal recognition is granted. Merely it just provides a process for the attainment of federal recognition. But my question to you, Dr. Cruz, is does either the Akaka Bill or federal recognition in general make impossible complete independence?
That's really not the right question. I think we ought to be asking is how it is that we're going to be actually having a discussion about these two different issues. I mean, we're talking past each other. I'm talking about something that happened that has been somehow relegated to a side discussion because we've moved forward and now we have this other reality to deal with. I'm talking about Hawaiians who are not necessarily Hawaiians by blood. I'm talking about what it means to have inherited a legacy, a kuleana of truth. And what I hear is a kind of a movement away from that because really people just want to talk about the present. They don't want to talk about the past. It's as if all of the stuff that happened before is no longer important. Part of the abuse model is that you get used to getting slapped. We've been hit and hit and hit. And now all of a sudden there's a crumb on the table. We're not going to hit you guys anymore. Let's have federal recognition, or let's have it in the form of the Akaka Bill, and everything is going to be okay. And what I'm trying to say is, it's too soon to have any discussion like that because until people see what it is we're actually talking about, and we're not crazy, we're bringing up an issue that has to be discussed. But instead of discussing it, we've moved on to some kind of a remedy without looking at context, without looking at everything else. If 500 people show up for an action and all of them say we support independence, they're not all crazy. If the political science department is putting out new scholars that actually confirm, that verify who we are, what we could do, what we ought to be doing, they're not crazy. There's a change coming. The law school should be aware of the fact that there's more information coming to the table and what you do can help it move forward or not. That the information that you have needs to be brought up to speed, that the law that you practice is within a system that has oppressed us. I mean, that's crazy. So let's not be crazy with what I'm saying. Don't shut your eyes to the fact that there's more information coming out, and if you think that federal recognition or the Akaka Bill is going to solve all the problems, so I guess people in the majority are going to move it in that direction. That does not mean that it is a proper decision or a correct one, nor are we going to be quiet. I like to tell people that even if the Akaka Bill passed tomorrow, so what? Yes, land decisions are going to be made that are going to take more from us, but they're being made right now. And stuff is happening right now. I think there needs to be an order in which we do these things, and that order is first, own up. People have to own up that something happened, and we got to fix that thing. And while we're fixing that thing, we got to fix every other thing. I don't think it's an easy thing to do. It's going to take more than one generation. But pretending that all of that stuff isn't there, kind of like floating around in the air, is not very helpful. It's there. People like me, people that think we're crazy, we didn't just come here. We didn't get born like last year. 20 years down the road, research, information, confirming all of the things that we know are true. Somehow they have to come for something. Reconnecting with our ancestors, caring for the land, everything that you said, caring for the land, we do it in addition to everything else. It's not about we're going to do this instead of that. I mean, like, how much time in a day do we have? So 24 hours, you can sleep for a couple, but you can't ever forget it, because that call, one that I'm talking about that makes us well, that connection to our ancestors, they never sleep. They're calling, they do the broadcast call, and for those who hear them, they'll come out and try to do what needs to be done. And I think that's the best thing that we can do. And having a discussion on federal recognition and or the Akaka Bill, I think is fine. We should have more talking, because if we don't talk, you're already stuck in the road that you're going. You cannot hear us, but you have to hear us, because we're never going to stop. That doesn't answer your question, but.
What is a true Hawaiian? What's a true Hawaiian? true Hawaiian? Aloha. Tell me what's a true Hawaiian? Ikaika. Can you conceive the concept created in my brain? Apologies accepted, but the grudge remains as I stray to ease the pain that my people feel, while other people say it's no big deal. Charge one, grand larceny. Uncle Sam better wash his hands because they're filthy. He did the 30 deed, can't you see it's hurting me? So I live my life day by day, keep asserting myself, so that I may reach my full potential. Thanks and praise is the essential. And so thank God for making me what I am, cause I'm a true Hawaiian. Akamai. What's a true Hawaiian? Ka Huli. What is a true Hawaiian? Hello. What is a true Hawaiian? Ha ha ha. It's the Hawaiian, the true Hawaiian. The only way I know how to live is Hawaiian. No matter where I go, I'll always be Hawaiian. Trying to understand, keep Hawaiian lands in Hawaiian hands. When Hawaiian lands is being bought by the other man. When I was young, I used to listen to the stories that my grandmother told her. But now I'm much older, and the things that I see with my eyes, I can't believe. How can we follow a government chooses to deceive its own people? They tell us that we equal, but if you look at history, we're just another sequel. Started with America, birth on desecration. They call the Indian savages and threw them all on reservations. Then they took the African man from the motherland to this other land to work for the master's plan. There wasn't enough, they had to cross a big blue, and when they saw Hawaii, yeah, they took that too. They saw the hula and they called it paganistic, but they didn't think Russian they was raping the Pacific. And another thing that might be quite scary, would they even give a damn if Hawaii wasn't so important to the military? Who can you trust? Who can you depend on? The only land that I'll defend is the land that I was born on. You call us racist and you say we're just rebelling, but you cannot see the truth in the stories that we're telling. I'm a true Hawaiian, Lokai. What is a true Hawaiian? Kamanako. What is a true Hawaiian? Ahanakopono. What is a true Hawaiian? Kikoko. Well, it's the local wicked vocals now sounds like it's 97. Time for some new Hawaiian. Cause I'll be a preacher, teacher, let me speak to reach you with a boom, shaka like a boom. It's how I reach ya.